Hey people, this is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. Different room. This is super exciting. Couple quick shout outs. Thank you to Lucid Scream Studios for always letting me record here and bug them and make people rearrange their schedules for me. Thank you, Joseph. And make sure to tune in every Friday to the Houston Collective at 8 p.m. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do names and positions in the band and then say your name in case people are watching and don't actually know you guys. You want to start? Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Okay, you start.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Vinny Harlett. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Dean Rose. I play guitar.
I'm James Cervantes, and I play drums.
I'm Alejandro Arena. I play bass.
Love it. And what's the name of y'all's band?
Falsify.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so how long have you guys been together as a band, Falsify?
So that's a loaded question.
Oh, is it? Were y'all in like other bands and stuff before, probably?
So, me and these two cats were actually in a band called Black Palace. And that was well over 2.5 years ago.
23, 21?
23? No. When I joined? Around that time. But anywho, we were going pretty strong. We had some falling outs, and then us three were basically the last ones remaining. So like, hey dude, let's start something fresh. We started writing 2 new tunes. Long story short, that's when I asked this dude to listen to a song, and one thing led to another, and
now we're married.
Now we're a 4-way marriage, polyamory.
That's what it's like, though, right? Being in a band is like.
Absolutely. It's being in a relationship with 4 children.
It's been almost
all of us.
almost a year now. Yeah, it was last February I started jamming with these dudes, and it's been a lot of fun. We've written some really cool music and have played some really badass shows already. So we're still a bit fresh, but we're ready to keep going and keep this momentum rolling.
Dude, that's really cool. So you guys have been together for like a year and a half, Falsify?
Yeah, about to get it. A year.
Almost a year, yeah. As far as the 4 of us jamming out.
It would be like mid-February. It would be Valentine's Day. We should make that
That would be cool, actually. That would be awesome. So, when you guys, are y'all all from Houston?
No.
No,
The
okay.
only one from Houston is
More or less.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm up here like most of my life too.
I would say I'm from here. I mean, I live here. I call it my home, but I was originally born in New Mexico. And I lived there for 2 years.
You're a New Mexican.
And I lived there for 2 or 3 years, and then we moved to East Texas, a little town called Crockett. And I lived there 15, 14 years. And then my family moved here.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you always know you wanted to like be in a band and stuff?
I'm just vibing, man.
You're just vibing?
You know what I want to do for a living? Nothing. I don't want to do a damn thing. I'm just vibing.
Well, if you figure that out, please let me know how that works.
I want to get paid nothing.
Yeah, if you figure out that
There's no such thing as
We'll
a
get
dream
there.
job. There's no such thing. Nobody has a dream to work.
Dude, I'm trying to. You got the microphone.
That's okay. I'm gonna just yell.
At the end of the day, music doesn't always feel like work, but we can make money on music and just sit there on royalties.
Did you always know? Did you always know that you wanted to be a musician? Like when you were a little kid, you were like, man, I'm going to be a rock star when I grow up?
Yeah, probably when I was like 8.
Okay.
I started thinking about it. But I mean, I don't have any musician family.
Okay, that's a good. Does anybody have musician family members? No?
My mom's actually a really good singer.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess my great uncle played like jazz saxophone. That's shredded, but.
My great grandfather was a luthier. He handmade violins.
Oh, no shit. That's not cool.
Yeah.
I found one.
Really? That's really cool.
My
Are
dad
y'all,
likes Def Leppard.
are y'all's family supportive of y'all being in bands? Or are they like, get a real job or
My family's
you know?
continuously telling me I need to buy a wig. A wig.
That's funny.
Don't worry, dude. Next time
I literally just noticed that. Oh my gosh, you do. You have short hair.
It's actually hiding
One
all
of
in
these
there.
things just doesn't belong here.
Yeah, but I would say it's kind of same ordeal with me. Like nobody in the family. I think I was around like 12 or 13 ish when I was like dead set, like just this is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. I think my dad's the only supportive one. 'Cause he listens to like metal, rock.
So he gets it.
He's more,
So.
yeah, he's more into like the classic stuff. So he's the only one. Everybody else doesn't. So they're like, "What are you doing?" Like it's kind of like the whole "it's a phase" thing, but it's been 17 years.
That's a pretty long phase. Yeah, I think it's sticking. I don't think you're growing out of it at all.
Yeah,
Lifestyle at this point.
my growth has been stunted. So that's pretty much it.
So what's the process look like when you guys are coming up with music? Is it like, oh, you write it and you come to
Honestly,
them,
it's-
or do you guys like collab? Like, what does that whole process look like?
So we're maybe on stage we wouldn't be considered a jam band, but in all of our hearts we're a jam band. So when we actually did get together, like in February, for like 3-4 months, all we did was just non-stop jam for like anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour straight without stopping.
I wish it was that short. We went for like 4 hours once.
Yeah. So like, and that's kind of like I'm very grateful for it because that's where a lot of the chemistry came from, and this kind of plays into like writing because for the most part we go like, hey dude, I wrote this riff, or like let's say one of the first ones well, a couple of ones we kind of had in the repertoire that other people have written. Dean will come out and go like, hey, like I got this riff. I kind of don't.
That's how the blues song came about.
Yeah, I kind of don't have like a full structure for it, but we can figure it out. And usually we just kind of jam it out and it does things.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I don't write any lyrics either, so I just kind of do the same thing they do, and then words come out. Yeah, that's how it happens. But yeah, I think they've come out well so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, every
I think
idea brought to these dudes, and be like, hey, what y'all think of this? Like within like a couple practices, it'll sound like better than I could even imagine. Like yeah, it comes out really cool, and all of us kind of contribute to the writing process like at once, and it's.
Because y'all are always up here practicing. Y'all are here like every day. Y'all pretty much live here, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I've been here for like 5 years now or something in these studios, so yeah, I'm always up here.
Oh, have you really been here that long?
Yeah, I think him and Joseph got here around the same time.
Yeah, we did like end of 2019 or something.
Oh, that's crazy. COVID, that's a crazy time. Start band.
Oh
COVID.
yeah. Shortly after I moved back to Houston, everything got crazy. So yeah.
You guys have some new things coming out, right? Let's talk about that. We have a new thing coming out. Who wants
I've been talking a lot, you guys.
to talk about it?
We've got a demo out, but we're in the process of working on recording our first album. We've got roughly 10, maybe 11 songs to throw on there, just ready to record. We're in some talks with some studios about recording it. Hopefully we'll have them out by the end of the year. We'll release them as singles prior to that, and hopefully by the end of the year we'll have.
So you guys have a demo right now because you guys are doing shows and stuff. So where can people find?
Right now
Are
it's
you
just
on, like,
on YouTube.
Okay.
We're going to put it we're going to set up a Spotify account and all that real soon. Do DistroKid and all that, so it should be on there. Not too long. It usually takes a few weeks, but right now, No Man's Land, Falsify. It's on YouTube and
And you can find it on our website, falsifyofficial.com.
Yeah.
That's cool. You guys have a
That's a good
website. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
You can also find our upcoming shows there.
Yay. Okay, so what upcoming shows do you have? And then I'll probably talk about them again at the end. But
Yeah. So the first one coming up is one we're pretty excited for. It's the Battle Bands of Whacking. So there's a lot of insane competitions. Kyronex, there's Wick, there's Rowdy, there's Thrower, there's Feed the Kraken, dude. Yeah, like it's insanely great band. So nonetheless, I mean, don't get me wrong. Even though we're a new breed out here in town, we're coming to bring it. We're aiming for the top. We're trying to get it right. However, even if we don't, we get a free show, dude. Like, all those bands kick ass.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
that's the thing. And you guys have the chance to network with, if there's like bands that you guys don't usually play with or to hang out with, you have the
definitely.
chance to like.
Yeah, definitely.
Link up with them.
Karen X are good friends with Donnie. We just played with them at Pub Fountains not too long ago. Rowdy, we played with them at BFE. They're really dope. So I've been really wanting to reconnect with them. But Thrower, like, some of these bands, because Houston's just so vast, you know what I mean? Like, we just haven't made contact just yet.
It is. You bring up a good point. So venues have been closing, right? We lost like Acadia and a couple other ones.
Monster Pub, Round and Full, yeah, they've been going down. Yeah.
Like I only know now of like 19th hole, BFE, Scout. That Iron Horse that opened up right there next to Scout.
Next to Scout.
Magic
They
still
do,
open,
yeah, Black Magic. Is
Oh
there?
yeah, Warehouse 5
Black
closed.
Magic's
Now,
great.
now
Warehouse
Rise is
closed.
now Warehouse Midtown, but yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
but-
weird. That is always going to be Rise to me. I don't.
Yeah, I always
can't
call it
call
Rise
it. I'm
still.
sorry, I
You
can't
have-
call
yeah,
it.
right.
I can't
You
call
still
it.
have the Continental, the End. I think the Compound, which is right next to the End, closed. White Swan.
Oh, yeah, White Swan.
Oh, White Swan still.
Never played there.
Have y'all played there before? Have
Yeah.
y'all played there?
That's like
Every
the
time I
only
find
thing-
there,
That's like the only thing we played is Black Palace.
Boy, do I like playing in front of 15-year-olds.
Some girl was yeah, it really
Dude,
goes out there.
oh my god.
I think a lot of that was
Those
made
kids
those
mosh
kids.
though, man. They do go crazy.
No, because the other bands themselves
Too
too.
Well, I think the other bands were also Pedro's fault.
I have never been there during first show at nighttime. I vended like a heavy metal market or something. And
Yeah. Oh,
I was there
really?
during the daytime, and that place freaked me out.
That-
And I was
It's in
like,
a
"The
really weird
fuck is
spot."
this place?" I was like,
Use
"The
the
fuck."
mannequins in the back and
I
everything
was like,
like
"Holy
that.
shit!" Like homeless people, just like it was like a whole thing.
It's in a really weird spot.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Yeah, I've never been there for a show. I know they caught a bunch of shit, right? Because those kids cut that pig head off right there, right? Didn't that happen
that's
there?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, there was
It was
pigs
Saw on like TMZ, and I'm like, "Oh boy, Swan and
it was-
Houston."
Too metal.
It was like a week, like a day or two after we played, and it was on the news, dude.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was crazy. It was crazy. So, how do you guys get into shows? Like when you're booking a place that you haven't been?
Well, so first we
Is it-
drive, we get there.
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
No, I mean, because you guys have like usually play at like 19th hole, right?
Yeah,
At
like,
BFE.
we really only played a total of
Pub Up.
4
venues.
venues.
I think.
Pub 529.
Oh, and the fountains.
Pub Fountains, yeah, both pubs.
19th hole.
BFE 19th hole. And that
And
was
we got those shows, people around here.
So networking
Oh,
and
we
stuff.
did have the pleasure of playing Acadia when we weren't even
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to play on closing day.
Yeah, there was no.
Oh, did y'all play the last day?
Yeah, they're doing like an
Yeah.
open jam, kind of. Everyone come up here and get in Katie one last time. So yeah, we had the 2 songs we kind of had ready to go at that point. We played those. And,
Dude,
yeah,
that's
it was fun.
awesome.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
That's
so
really
I'm
cool.
glad we have like that little bit.
That's a cool fucking memory. I'm not even gonna lie. That's dope
Yeah.
as shit. They all got 2 then.
To be honest.
Garbage Girlfriend, I think, got to play.
Oh yeah, we played with
too,
them
and
before we
stuff,
put it
yeah.
on the show.
Oh, that's when we played with Rowdy. Yeah, that's when we met Miranda Rights. It was Rowdy, Miranda Rights, and Garbage Girlfriend, I think.
But yeah, to answer the question, we just network. You know, we know some people here, and they were putting on a
That's
show,
a
and
good point.
Would you say that's important? Like that's good advice to like some kid that's maybe
Oh, yeah.
watching that's like, oh, I want to be a band.
And that,
Mm.
well,
What advice would you give? Because y'all are fairly.
skill is.
I would say
20%.
y'all all look really young too. To me,
thank you.
I feel like I'm
I
probably
see.
the oldest person in
I
this
mean,
room.
so
You
skill,
would have said
skill
that if I didn't
is
say
20%.
it.
I mean, we're not successful by any means, but skill is 20%. You have to have the product to sell, so to speak. Luck is at least 50%, maybe even 60%, because there are people who
50%.
who suck. They don't know crap, but they get successful because they know the right people.
50% power.
Yeah.
100% reason. I mean, at least half of the game is who you know, not what you know.
My dad used to always tell me that growing up. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
In this
Yeah,
business,
I mean,
that's true.
And to be honest, like it's kind of a sad fact in my opinion, because some people just kind of get an unfair advantage, right? Like it's not like really an equal opportunist kind
Like
of
if we knew,
industry.
like if we had a connection
know.
to Wacken, we wouldn't even have to audition. We'd probably just get the gig.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
No, and
Um,
I can see what you're saying though, because I've noticed, and I haven't noticed since some of these bands aren't together anymore. But there for a long time, it seemed like the same 4 or 5 bands were like always together, and I'll tell you which ones off camera.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, like
We could probably take.
you
a
never
guess.
see anybody new. You know, it was just always. It was always them. So it
Definitely.
was like, how do you guys get like
I think it-
new
at least
people
now, I think
on?
the music scene in Houston, like there's a lot of really talented, good.
There really is, and it's
musicians
kind
in
of
the city.
shifted, I would
Yeah.
say, a little bit
But,
over the
shoot,
last
lately, a
18
bunch of
months
people
to 2 years, for
started,
sure.
No, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we were lucky to know a lot of really good musicians and stuff who, have helped us out getting these first few gigs and getting some really cool shows. So yeah, we're excited to meet more
Well,
people.
and I like to think part of it is we just make good music. The people can't, we're hearing people walk by and they're like, hey, those guys are jamming. I like that.
Mhm.
Hey, you want to come play a show with us?
Yeah, it kind of plays
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
point of
yeah.
like, I mean, this is, yeah,
Being in
like
the studio.
this is a craft. I see it as a skill, as like being an artisan, somebody who's works with wood, metals. You know what I mean? Like something that they've dedicated their lives to.
Oh, for sure.
That's-
I can't do it. I'm not like.
Not with that attitude.
No, I'm not musically inclined like at all. My children are. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I mean, that's very important. Like always staying true to your craft and dedicating time to it. Obviously, right? Because it's not going to happen overnight. If we were 50 to 60% less talented, we'd have a third of the music that we have now. You know. But on top of that, one thing I did want to say for advice is go to places where be a part of the scene you're trying to play to, right?
Like go out even when you don't have shows, right? We all go out and hang
networking
out.
is huge because even if you don't know anybody, like for example, I moved down here fresh, like maybe 5-6 years ago from LA. And I had created my networking circle over there, right? But when I came down here, they can't help me down here, you know.
How the hell did you come here from LA? That should be an interesting story. Do you want to share that story? You can pass. You don't have to.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of short and sweet. My older brother moved down here for a job because he was starting a family. He had put another baby in the oven, and nobody was down here. Oh yeah, I know, but nobody told me. Yeah, so nobody was down here, and me and my ex-girlfriend at the time, we were planning on moving somewhere, right? We were planning on getting out of there. It was expensive as shit. So he basically convinced us to check Houston out. I thought it was dope because you had like your neighborhoods right next to fucking ranches, right next to fucking buildings. You know what I mean? I was like, and everything was so
The
green,
lack of
like-
zoning laws here in
Yeah,
Houston,
yeah.
Texas.
I was like, dude, I fell in love, like, to be honest. But that was basically it. But nonetheless, I digress. Moving forward with, like I didn't know anybody here. So I was like, hey, you know what? Where are the cool shows at? So that's kind of how I started meeting people, meeting musicians. That's kind of where I met this cat. He was
New Levels.
Yeah, he was playing for a new level. And I saw that there was a fucking tribute band out here for Pantera in like the Mecca state for Pantera, you know. And so I was like, dude, I'm gonna go check that shit out.
Came to the after party with us and stuff. And I didn't see him for a while.
I
but
made
he was jamming with
friendly,
these
Yes.
guys.
That's another thing, fucking. But yeah, no, that's the one thing I definitely wanted to add for like anybody starting up and stuff like that. Dedicate time to your craft. Go network. There's no excuse
go to
if I don't-
shows, talk to people.
Yeah, there's no excuse if I don't know anybody.
As much time as you spend practicing, spend talking to people.
Yeah, definitely. Because what I do, and at shows, for everybody, for the love of fucking God, shake hands with people at the end of the fucking shows.
Meet people and stuff, right? And
Meet
mingle with people that
fucking-
come out.
Especially if they come to your merch booth. If you don't even have a merch booth, regardless, those people that were pumped that you see fucking rocking out, go up to them and go like, dude, hell yeah. You know, like, what's your name? You know? Because, you know, I've been there. You know, and I've been at those positions where maybe it's not like a big band or anything like that, but I was like, dude, they fucking kick ass. And they came up to me and they're like, dude, thanks for rocking out, man. Just makes you feel, you know, it's that connection. Like, I'm part of the scene. Like, I'm seen, you know what I mean? So
The only reason you don't know anybody is because you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
The last like 5 years, I think I've joined like 10 bands or something. But this, like I was, dude, but like no, jam with you. This is real cool. Like starting like a band from scratch. You know, just we've all put in like a lot of just creative ideas into these songs. So yeah, that's been cool. Like versus me, like I've had a lot of fun in the other bands. Other than too, it was kind of me coming in and like learning their stuff and having my stuff on too, which is also fun. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed this writing process, and everything just happens really natural. Like people are like coming up to us with a lot of love, just being trying to support us and help us, you know, get out there too. So it's been badass. Yeah, everyone who's been there for us for sure.
And honestly, y'all practiced in a pretty cool place. So before I filmed, gosh, I think we came here. I maybe did one here. I never knew this place even existed.
yeah.
And I came in and I was like, the fuck is this place?
Definitely. It looks like a storage unit room.
Yeah,
or
but it's
something.
so like, especially on like a really busy night. Those that tune in, you kind of hear background noise sometimes. But like, there are nights here where I swear every single room here is playing something different.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Your reggae, your rap.
It is
like,
insane.
indie
Just
rock,
like walking in the
you know,
bathroom, and I'm like it's just everything is different, and I'm
This-
like,
this
this is
last-
fucking dope as shit.
Definitely. This last Saturday was exactly that. Like we were here. Forgot what was the reason. I don't think anything productive, but nonetheless, I was
Networking.
I remember I went to the bathroom. And I'm just hearing like this. Right next to the bathrooms, there's this like Spanish rock and roll band that does like a whole
there's
bunch
some-
of like. Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy.
The ones that play, are they Caifanes
I mean,
tribute?
they got finance.
Dude, that's cool
That
shit.
was really good.
They're one of my favorite fucking bands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's awesome.
Yeah, no.
But also, I guess like being in a place like this, and I know not everyone can afford obviously places like this. But if you could be in a place like this, I would assume that would also help with like networking, right?
Absolutely.
And
yes.
like
Oh, yes.
and having a
100%.
higher
The only
probability
reason-
of getting added onto shows.
The only reason we've gotten the shows we have is because we're here.
Okay.
People we know
Yeah.
here, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think our first actual show that I put on with Pub 529,
Joseph.
it was. And I'm the one who put that show together.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but that was the first time. Well, not the first time as Falsify that we played with Bad Trip because we played with them at that White Swan show actually.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
Oh, with Pedro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah, no, absolutely. After that, we ended up meeting like, or at least I met like the Dying Fernum Cats, and we ended up opening up for them for their EP release.
Their album release.
Yeah.
EP release?
EP release.
EP
yeah.
release.
Yeah, that was a really cool show.
But yeah, no, that show was amazing. That was by far the biggest show we ever played.
Oh, are y'all gonna have a big party when you finally release your whole thing? That
Oh,
would be cool.
Yeah, so
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Definitely.
We're already celebrating.
Yeah, we can start planning that now.
One thing about Falsify shows is that there's always an after party.
That's cool.
Yeah. Usually we come back here and people jam out, just try to stock up on a bunch of beer before they
Low
Yeah,
star
here too,
everywhere.
We always buy beer, leave it here, and then go play and do a thing over there.
There's a
it's-
reason for it too.
the
Usually we end up here recently. We've been closing, headlining, however you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
And our last show, we played at like 1 o'clock.
Okay, so that's a new question that I have been asking people. Because before it seemed like, man, that was like everybody wanted that spot, right? To like close out the night, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the spot that you want.
Yeah.
Is that really the best spot to be in anymore?
So
It looks like no one is ever there. It looks like there's nobody ever
Yeah.
there by that
A
time.
People
lot of-
usually start to head out around then they get tired.
a lot has changed since COVID. I will say that.
Used to stay
I
late.
mean,
It's
it
like
also
no one's
depends a
ever
lot.
there.
Like the last show we played, there were 6 bands playing,
Oh, shit.
and each
That's a
band
lot.
had an hour.
Oh, that's a lot.
6 hours
And they
of
started
music.
1 hour later.
That's I
That's
mean,
a lot.
even ignoring the fact that they started late, that's a lot of music. Like,
Yeah, that is
And,
like,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
you
unless
can't-
you're like Metallica, people did stay around, but even like halfway through the set, they started heading out. So like, yeah.
Like if we're doing a 3 or 4 band show, that's if we start at 8 or 9, people will stay until 11 or 12.
Yeah. I see that. I mean, I see like 11 for sure, 12.
Definitely.
Usually, like when I'm vending, it shows I leave at 12.
Yeah, because definitely like the 12 spot, the closing spot, like that was always the goal for me. And like now, since our last 3 out of 4 shows have been basically all closing shows. The Rowdy show, not the Dyer. Fountains, 19th hole.
And this most recent.
Oh yeah, that's right. And the most recent BFE?
That's the one we played at 1.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And see, that's such a far drive. Oh my gosh. I live on like the east side of Houston, so BFE's far for me. And then even vending down at Scout sucks. I hate that drive. It's like
No, definitely. I mean, that's the whole
45-minute drive for me down there.
That's just the whole way Houston's built. I don't know how it's.
Do you think that's why, and I like to call it the north and south divide?
I think so. I think that's
Like seriously, like how there does not really seem to be a lot of
It'd be cool to start branching out
intermixing with
more,
bands. Like it
Scott
seems
Moore
like bands that
is
play
part
down
of that.
south seem to stay down south, and then like bands from the north side seem to stay.
Probably.
Have y'all noticed that?
Honestly,
or-
yeah, no, definitely.
Okay.
There is a huge divide.
Which
That's
is
why-
hilarious that all my podcasts are up here, and
That's-
I'm doing like all these north side bands, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
Because I've been down at Scott Bar, so it's kind of hilarious.
I mean, I think that's the reason why there's all the rumors of like that a lot of the award shows are very favorited to their sides.
Hey, I lost to a radio station in the business category. Make that make sense, okay? KRBE should not have been in best business, okay? I never bitch about the SLMs. That's like my biggest bitch this year.
Yeah. No, I saw a couple of questionable things this year, but yeah, no, definitely.
You think about how Houston's laid out. I would consider Houston everything from Conroe all the way down to like the bottom end of the Grand Parkway.
What everybody else doesn't exist.
Correct.
I'm just
That is correct. There is nothing outside of Houston. We are an island.
What about Wildcatter? I haven't been to Wildcatter in a long time. Do they?
Oh
are
my
they
God.
still like
I've
Yes.
been there once.
relevant?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that they're not. That's
No,
not the right
yeah,
word.
yeah.
But there used to be seemed like they were like booking a fuck ton of local shows, maybe like 2 years
They
ago.
used to have like a really big stage too, but I guess they got closed down.
Oh, okay.
Fire. They like Deep Purple played there one time. They got like.
No, they still got the big stage. Maybe a year and a half ago, I was working the stage. I used to be part of their road crew.
Okay.
Their stage crew rather. You know Justin Polito, right?
I met him.
Yeah, he was a good friend of mine. It's really random because I met him through work. Like I used to be like a mechanic and stuff, and he just ended up being part of the scene, right? So he had let me know because he knew I was a musician or whatever, just out of the blue. But they do have a great stage. They do mainly like.
Is that you right there? The big one?
They have one inside.
Because like Relevant
and they
Saints
have
used to
that-
play there, and like
Yeah.
Hollywood used to play there all the time. It
Yep.
just seemed like I think I saw Sir Mix-a-Lot there. I think
Afro-
DMX was supposed to be booked there before he died.
Afro Man just showed up. What's his name?
Struggle Jennings, I saw Struggle Jennings there when he came to town.
What's the dude's name? The kid that was in what's that vampire movie? You're One of Us, Michael. Fuck. Damn it.
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. All right. The kid, the one that ended up being a vampire hunter. Fuck, I forgot his name. But basically, he's a washed up kind of childhood star that ended up doing music, and he like steals Michael Jackson's Get Up, and he's really terrible.
Corey Feldman.
Oh my god, yeah, that's
Corey Feldman.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, dude. But he was there. They basically.
Did
put
you see him?
nationalized-
Did you get to see him? Did you work there?
No,
No?
I
Oh,
didn't.
shit.
I remember I did work for.
I think everyone should see him actually just to say you did. Just
Yeah, I agree. No,
just fucking
that's-
follow his TikTok, dude. It's fucking
He's got a TikTok.
yeah, he had a TikTok.
Oh, boy.
Or he did before, I guess a million people like uninstalled him.
Yeah, that was the thing.
So social media,
So
do you think it helps or hurts?
it's necessary? So one thing I will say that shifted
Well,
with the
so
music-
helps or hurts what?
The growth of
Society?
No, I mean, like, I guess like the music scene, because there's apps that can make me sound like a singer, and I can't sing.
No, that's bollocks. That's just bollocks. Like, I mean, at that point, I mean, what's stopping you from being a professional musician with AI?
Do you think people are doing that? Do you think that's a thing?
I think lyric writing for sure. I've seen people like just bad out.
Is that like cheating? Do you think that's cheating?
Yeah, it's not authentic.
For lyrics, I don't know. I could argue either way, because you have to come up with a prompt first,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can't just do it word for word from AI because OpenAI doesn't work that well. You have to take it, and you have to make it your own in some kind of way. So I could see it on either side.
So it could be like starters, right? Like prompts or something maybe.
That's how I'm thinking about it.
I feel like a lot of modern pop music, not all of it, but a lot of it is just pretty like soulless and kind of like, I don't know, like as long as, but we all, you know, have, we all care about like making our art and stuff, so as long as we know, like, man, we did this stuff, we're making good art, hope other people will feel that too. But yeah, I know a lot of musicians around here just really care about, you know, their craft, but if pop stars want to do stuff like that, they can, I guess. But
Well, it seems like you guys are doing this because you actually care about music.
I'm vibing.
And I'm gonna get you a shirt.
I just
man.
go here.
Vibe.
I'm vibing, dude, man.
But you guys actually care about music and like reaching people too, because I usually bring that up. Do you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
all like I think music is super powerful and healing. And I think sometimes maybe that's why people get into music.
I make music for me.
You make it for you.
I-
You're like, you don't care. You're
There
like,
was-
whatever.
there was an
I've had
interview-
people say that on this podcast. They're like, fuck it, we don't care. We're doing it for us.
I mean,
Come
that's
to
my
a
shit,
show.
man.
Don't come to a show. We don't care.
There was another interview that I saw. I don't remember who was being interviewed. I think it was some classical composer, and it may have been a panel of classical composers. And the question was asked: do you think about your audience when you're writing stuff? You change. You write something and you go, no, then the audience isn't going to like that. And you change it. And this guy goes, I don't think about my audience at all. I write music that I enjoy.
Well, because I would think probably like the Swifties and like they're probably doing music, right, to get on the radio, and not really maybe. You
You can
think?
say whatever.
Yeah.
Why someone else?
It's arguable because I think everybody originally starts it for themselves. I don't think. I mean, I've met some people that are like, no, look, I really want to like touch people, and but what's your? They never really ever have a message.
that would be
right?
cool. I mean,
You know,
yeah.
Everybody likes touching people.
Just make sure you ask permission, please.
Yeah.
PSA.
I don't
But-
consent for your music. Don't touch me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the play button, sir. But anywho, yeah, like I don't know. I won't ever bag on like any other musicians. The way I see it is, you start music for yourself for the love that inspired you, like because of how powerful music is. I think that's why we're all sitting, you know, playing instruments because it did something to us and made us kind of just focus in on it, right? So I think it starts out that way. We start making music on ourselves, and some people start hearing and start, I guess, seeing themselves in the music, and I think that's how it starts. But like if, yeah.
Want to keep the fire alive, man. Gotta pass the torch.
But on the other end of that spectrum as well, like there are bands that do try to kind of recreate sounds because they did well, and I think that's a whole nother aspect. I don't think we'd ever do that, because I personally, I don't know the rest of the guys feel, I'm sure they're with me on this, but I kind of want to see it keep evolving. All right, I just want to see how our sound is going to sound in the next 3-4 years. The way I see it, this is our baby and infant stage. Once it starts walking, you know, and then once you see it take its first steps, which we kind of did. And then the next album is going to be like a whole nother, you know, stage, the teenage years, you know. But yeah, like just the evolution of the music itself. I don't know, I was going with that, but
So what's the recording process? What does that look like? Because you said you're looking, right, for what, a producer or a studio, right? So what does that look like when you find that? Tell me, because I don't know. Like someone
I don't think we know.
y'all just go into a room? Like, do you just go into a room and
Ways.
play and just
I mean,
record? Is that what y'all do?
everybody's different. Like,
there's
I
no
got
such
some-
thing as a
I got-
method.
I got some
Okay.
cool microphones recently. I've been trying to like study a bit about all that stuff, but you know, there's people who like went to school for that and like knew it their whole lives. So yeah, we want to find someone like that. But
the only thing I
it's
will-
fun to mess with it and learn though. Definitely.
The only thing I will say on this topic is right now we're finding how hard it is to. We don't just want to record, you know. We want to make sure it's being put in the hands of somebody who can actually make us.
We want to record our sound.
Yeah,
Right,
who
okay.
understands what we're trying to do, right? So because we've reached out to a lot of places, and there's a lot of places you can just find, right? You got the what is it, the Lucky Room, or I forgot what it's called. And then you have Magic Studios. You have a bunch of
Dark
just kind of free,
Tone.
Dark Tone. You have a whole bunch of like freelance producers and stuff that made names for themselves. So we just kind of researched songs and stuff they produce, and if it kind of sounds like something what we're trying to go for, then we'll reach out. But that's as far as we gotten so far. I've only recorded a couple, like 2 or 3 different times, like way back then, and yeah, like everybody has their own methods. Like it's not like you knock this out. It's not like guitars and this and this. Sometimes it's like do all the drums on one day or do all the bass. But it really depends on the producer and what methods he used that gave him the results he gets.
And the band.
You know.
How the band
And-
wants to record.
Yeah, and honestly, scheduling, timings, that's gonna be the toughest cookie to crack for us because we're.
I'm assuming you guys have day jobs and stuff, right? Because
Nah.
most people, well, except you, you're just vibing.
Yeah.
You're just vibing. So you have to take that into consideration too, right?
Yeah,
Y'all
no,
schedules
definitely.
and stuff.
And even some of these producers do as well, you know. So, yeah, scheduling's probably one of the biggest conflicts when it comes to it.
There's a reason the phrase starving artist exists.
Instead of getting a second job, we do this.
What about merch? You guys have merch?
Yeah, so
Yes.
we started branching out a lot. It started out with the hats actually. Started out with their yellow and black signature hats, and then now we have that and
So this is all kind of set up for our album because we've got art, we've got pretty much all of the logistics for the album done. We've just actually have to get the music on there, and all of the merch and everything will match the album. So we're
We got shirts.
yeah,
yeah, we
there
got
you go.
as far as what we have, shirts. We always hand out stickers with any purchase, or we're just rocking the hell out.
Shirts, hats, and beanies.
Beanies, that's the one. Koozies,
We'll get more
and
stuff.
hopefully koozies are coming soon, and we're trying to work something out as far as like just basically like single order like sweaters, jackets, and stuff like that. But that that's gonna come in a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, it's important, right? Because that's how you guys make your money, right? Isn't that how bands, I'm assuming,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
right, make money?
We're
Probably
glorified
trying to-
T-shirt salesmen.
We're trying to make cassettes later.
that'd be
Oh
cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna
I'm
be
figuring
cool.
that out.
So one thing I do love about merch is just the ideas are endless. You could make one joke I made on stage was saying was talking the first day we had merch and stuff. I was like, yeah, we got merch, guys. We got hats. And pretty soon we're coming out with the Falsify, brand or whatnot. So I'm pretty sure we're just gonna kind of have to bite the bullet.
Some
make
of you
some
want toothbrush that plays the song in your mouth. You gotta bring those back.
Hey, shut up, dude! You're giving
Dude, y'all
ideas out.
totally could. Fucking.
Yeah, no one else can take that.
Yeah, you heard it here
Trademark.
first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Tooth floss. Yeah, then when you're done with it, it coils perfectly to our logo.
It's actually probably pretty good.
You have a magnifying glass that has the lyrics written on the front.
And we kidnapped the scientist, and we're just trying to squeeze him out for all his ideas.
Dude, I love it. Oh my gosh, that's great. Okay, so now some personal questions. So we have girlfriends, boyfriends, wives. I don't want to assume, so.
Well, we're all married.
Okay, are we all married?
With
Everyone?
each other. Fuck no.
I'm being serious. I was like, damn, really? Are you?
No, yeah, I have a girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Yes.
Girlfriend?
Wife.
I have a wife.
Wife? And a child?
And a child.
Aw. So you're really just vibing. Liar. You're busy. as
You're
shit.
married too, or you're basically married?
I'm basically married. And I'm married.
He's gay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we told him he was.
Yeah.
Because
We decided that he was gay.
we decided it'd be a lot easier to connect with people if one of us were gay, even if they're not.
We took a vote. We took a vote, and it was
It's all
unanimous.
Moses.
And it was,
It was unanimous.
hey, you took it like a champ.
Well, we were the faggots.
You can't say that. You can't say that. He gets canceled.
God
He's saying that,
damn
man.
it.
He must have me.
He called you a cigarette.
There you go.
He
There
called
you
you a
go.
cigarette.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's French.
Yep. So how does that work? I mean, you guys must have understanding. Wife must be pretty understanding, right? For you to be having to practice and
She did come to our last
did
show.
she come to shows and stuff?
This is
the girlfriend?
100% not her scene.
Oh, okay.
This is 100% not her scene. I always joke and tell her that she only likes terrible things. That's why she married me. And so this is totally not her scene.
That's okay though, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I asked her repeatedly, hey, are you okay with me doing all the stuff that I do? 'Cause, I don't do more than just this. I do crap ton of stuff.
Yeah, he plays for 2 orchestras, right?
Do you really?
I'm a classically trained musician.
He composes.
Okay, why haven't we talked about that? What are you're like being all just
He's just-
vibing,
he's just
holding
vibing.
out and
I'm man.
shit?
I'm vibing.
He's a musician.
Yeah.
A Tiger War musician.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Are you gonna get the horn?
Calling you out.
He's always horny.
That's really cool.
I'm a classically trained French horn.
So yeah, for one of our tunes.
I play this in one of our tunes.
This is so freaking cool.
Is it in here? Is it in here? It feels like it's in there.
Oh, dude, the other day he got something to mic up like his horn and trumpet and stuff that goes through the guitar amp. We were jamming, that sounded crazy. It was all
Bro, this is dope as shit.
There's something
Wow,
else.
how long have you done that? Like,
I've done this since 6th grade.
since 6th grade, okay.
So that's a while, like probably 20 years now.
Yep, see, and that's usually one of my questions.
What a fish to hold.
Yes.
Alright.
We're close.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Woo!
Hey, chromatic scale.
Alright, put her away.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Band nerd, yeah, were you picked on a lot?
I was a band. I was actually a band too.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you in band
I
or
usually
something?
played the clarinet in 6th and 7th grade. I should have chosen the saxophone, I feel like. But either way, I still have a clarinet and I can make Squidward sounds on it all. Someone was at my place and they crashed and the sun was all with them. I'm like, beep, beep. Like, it's terrible stuff.
I played the quads in the marching band. I guess you could say I was a big deal.
I believe that.
Wow.
I never actually
But
went
you played the
to
bass.
But I never actually went to the marches. They were so upset with me. But
So you were marching band, but you never actually marched?
yeah, I was always
You're like, I'm
sick
too cool for
or
this.
Something. You didn't want to be associated.
Marching is
you know.
hard. I don't blame you. Marching's hard.
Marching does suck. But I had a reputation to uphold. And a lot of those guys didn't get laid.
You were like, I don't want to be a band nerd, so whatever.
But it was great practice, and I was there every day after school for like 2 hours. I just didn't show up to the, football games and shit like that. I would, but I'd be in the crowd. I'd be in the bleachers.
The director would say, what are you doing up there?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
oh, I don't feel good, sorry.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't even know.
Tried that at her show one time. We're like, Vinny, get up.
Oh
Yeah, they would play our next show, and the crowd like, yeah.
But I do a whole bunch. I'm a part of 4 I'm a part of 2 orchestras and 2 wind symphonies, and I teach private lessons on Mondays. I do a lot.
That is crazy. You are crazy busy.
And I
You're like these-
continuously ask my wife, is it okay that I'm gone all the time? She's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, okay.
Damn. Yeah, that's cool. Kudos to her. She's very understanding. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
definitely. I mean, I think to be dating a musician, you need a lot of patience.
I think it would
Because-
definitely take a special type of person. To,
Yeah, no, because I mean,
I am not dating a musician,
It's
so
kind of-
I
yeah.
think it would take.
like, you have to, how do I explain this? It's almost like the battle of attention, right? Because music's my first love, right? You know,
Yeah.
so I'm never gonna compromise that. That's just never gonna happen. But you know, as long as they're understanding that this is my passion in life, this is what I do, this is who I am. And then they, you know, at first, just because they know that, they're not gonna be like okay with it all the time. They're always gonna be like, hey, you need to spend less time over there and more time over here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to work through that because no, you know, so.
Yeah, in
It's a-
previous relationships, they're like, well, I was playing music all the time. I was playing music.
See,
when
but
was
I would
8,
think
but I'm
chicks,
gonna-
like-
I'm not gonna stop playing.
I would assume if you are dating a musician or looking to date a musician, you should kind of understand like band practices and shows and kind of just I would assume comes with it.
Yeah, but
Like that's kind of common knowledge. So.
well, I mean, being aware and understanding it is different than living it and enacting it.
Well, yeah, I guess that's
So
true.
someone can understand. Okay, my partner's a musician. You know that's you know I'm gonna come second a lot of times or some of the time to that. But whenever the time comes, they're pissed off about it. You know, we're humans. That happens.
Yeah. Look at that saw Mr. Vibe and give us some relationship advice over there.
I vibe, man. I vibe hard.
Yeah, definitely. Girls are infatuated with musicians and dudes with long hair with guitars strapped to their back.
So is
Either
it the whole
don't
bad
date
boy thing? Is that what it is?
Either don't date them and just fuck them, or you know, realize that you're gonna be fighting with another girl, which is not an actual girl, it's just music. So I can clarify.
Also, musicians are crazy. Like that blanket statement, musicians are crazy. We're all crazy. Like there's like something like when I was in high school, I had a director tell me, a musical band director tell me, we have to be bipolar. We have to because one moment we're playing big fanfare, awesome, and then the next moment we're playing quiet, sad, soft. We're so sad about it. And you have to switch between those at a moment's notice.
A lot of our songs are like that too. It's got that, where it's got that somber kind of like I don't know, right? It's got that somber little kind
One
of.
song, it's an almost.
We got some parts, we got some things.
That's besides the point.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
musicians are just. I mean, you have to be like that. I mean, that's what the music requires.
I mean, he's riding a small skateboard while he's sitting down.
like that's insane.
That's insane.
So sometimes sometimes I'm having a great time in here. There's been times where I've thrown stuff in here. Just trying to record can be difficult. Not.
And we're also all incredibly emotional because you have to be because you give away whenever you perform music for an audience, whether you know it or not, you give a part of yourself to the audience. That's how you connect.
I'm actually a sociopath.
That's how you connect with them. Except for him. You have to give a part of yourself to the audience. You have to be emotional enough to be okay to do that.
Have you guys ever experienced a crazy person at a show? Have y'all have a crazy fan story?
Oh my god. Okay. Venice Beach Music Festival of 2012, 2013. Fucking amazing place. But Venice Beach. Yeah. I was in a band called Venice Beach way back then. Rest in peace, But yeah, it was like literally right out on the beach, right? So they had like the whole stage set up, and basically it was a free show. Like everybody who's on the beach could come, right? So Venice Beach is notorious for being one of the biggest places with homeless population as well. A lot of dangerous shit too, like when it goes after dark. But nonetheless, we're hanging out, we're playing, I think our encore, everybody's rocking the fuck out, big crowd. And then we notice our singer's mom's, she's dancing and everything like that, cool. We notice some like just really crazy bum dude just goes like right next to her and just starts dancing with her and doing all this weird fucking movements and shit. And like, I could see my singer just fucking like trying his best not to like jump off the stage. Luckily it wasn't like touching her or anything like that crazy. But what she did say is that she got spat on like a good 10 minutes in a row. Yeah. So that was my fun. And,
Great.
yeah. It was funny because like after I think like after we got done, like Mickey shouted at him, my vocalist, whatever at the time. That used to be a drummer. Get away from my mom! Yeah, and then the dude like we tried to look for him or some shit like afterwards, but the dude was gone, nowhere to be seen in the underground tunnels of Venice, I'd say. But yeah, that was fun.
Have y'all as a group?
The craziest one I saw, and this wasn't with us on the stage, this was at one of our shows, that they came in and was selling roses.
They're selling what?
Was that
Roses. No, that was the BFE. I think that was our most recent. I think that was our most recent show. This lady came in with a basket of roses and held it, was like going through the crowd, asking each individual person, "You want a rose? You want to buy a rose?
Did she like pay a ticket just to sell roses?
I have no idea how she got in or what happened.
She'd make more money if she tried to sell condoms.
Probably, actually.
Where the drunk people are, they're rowdy, you know what I mean?
I had this one weird dude come up to me and spank me after a show. Get set. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Don't do that again.
Some like good game, just like tap on the butt, like good job.
Way to go, sport!
Good game.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Do we want to do shout outs to anybody?
Shout outs, yeah, absolutely. Number one, shout out to
Vinny's mom.
She's great. She's great. Definitely Joseph's Bad Trip. I'm gonna just shout out a couple of these bands: Dire Inferno, fucking Kyronex Memory, fucking Donny Stage himself, Divine Void. Fuck, there's so many talented Dear Nobody. There's just so many fucking talented bands.
Big shout out to Alex Regal.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
For undisclosed reasons.
Yeah.
Undisclosed reasons.
We have what do they call that? NDR.
Dallas
Yeah.
Shannon, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, this is a huge shout out because they really got us going. They really created this momentum for us at a time where it was pretty fucking dire, and they continued there and basically in camp with us. He works basically trying to like just uplift some bands that he does like believe in and stuff. He actually got us our first round of merch, which were the yellow and black hats that we sold out that first night that we played, and just he's kind of continuously like behind us, pushing us to be greater. He's the reason why we also have that banner that we want to put up. A lot of connections of videographers. We have a lot of reels. Like honestly, from the bottom of my heart, if you're seeing this thing. Another shout out, I would say DFD, because they've always taken care of us. And James' mom.
My mom.
Yeah.
Everybody's mom. Any shout outs?
Pumpkin taco.
Pumpkin taco.
If you need any catering, delicious fucking tacos at your nearest rock and roll show, This man owns pumpkin tacos.
Oh shit! Let's talk about. We could have talked about that. You're being all quiet this whole podcast
Yeah,
over
this
there.
motherfucker speaks a lot, so I mean, I just give them a chance. They have a lot to speak. Yeah, I will. I just stopped doing it, but I mean, just anytime. I used to be a food vendor on the Bikes 1 and on the Trip 6. Yeah. Used to be like every once in a while, every weekend. It was fun. It was really fun.
And that's for his birthday.
Yeah, I used to bomb talk.
His birthday, yeah. And I met a lot of bands, a lot of people over there. I mean, and it was funny because you say something about like having pros about the north and the south. And yeah, I just remember I told these guys, yeah, I'm having this show on the BFT, and they're like, BFT, like, why? What's the problem? Like, nah, I don't know, dude. Okay, I don't know either. What's the real problem, but
It's so weird. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's super
to me.
weird.
I'm good.
Don't worry, we'll go ahead and have to just falsify the town near them.
I've been thinking about it. Probably do another thing. Doing food is super tiring. It's super. I mean, just the prep, all the prep, and cooking, and being there, and finishing up, going back home, clean everything, put everything on the fridges. Next day, I have my daytime job, so next day I have to work. It's too much work, so I've been thinking from probably doing other things, like I've been thinking about being a vendor of Bibles, cassettes, I don't know, try to reach all the bands, try to buy their albums, records, whatever they have, and even try to sell Walkmans, Discmans, anything to listen to all these. Because everybody released CDs, but now they have to listen to them.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've been thinking about it. That has given me the idea to try to sell Walmart from whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it. I
That's
can
actually
still do
smart because I don't have a way to listen to a CD.
Yeah.
I still have a cassette player.
I have a record player, but I don't have.
I still, my car still has a
Dude,
cassette
I would
player.
still
I don't have
fucking
CD
rock
player.
it.
I love cassettes. I mean, that's my favorite.
Yeah, old
Type of old school type of music.
Throw a
format.
QR code on there or something
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
That'd be
Because
awesome.
I made my own cassette by myself, and that's the way I want to do it with Falsify.
It's
And
just
I
me
put this-
yelling for 5 minutes.
And I put this tiny QR code that links up to my SoundCloud and my YouTube and everything. So I've been doing the same thing. But I also want to sell the the stuff where you can play the cassettes of the CDs.
Yeah, no, that'd be genius. That'd be
Yeah, seriously, that'd be
but
smart.
even with the album, with all the bands, hey, I have this.
logo on
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So try to get.
And you
all-
heard it here first, and nobody else can do that.
it. Yeah.
Trademark, copyright.
Try to.
We'll sue. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Find all
We
these
don't have
bands,
lawyers.
try to buy their CDs, I don't know. Give the chance to people to listen to their CDs or their music, I don't know. I got that idea.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
If somebody wants to me to do tacos, I will do tacos. That's no problem.
I love that. I mean, I can be hitting you up in the future. Shit.
You won't regret it. I'll tell you that.
Seriously. Dude, you guys, this was fun. Did y'all have fun?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? Yay! And I
Our
will
first
make.
interview.
I know,
Cool.
it's so exciting. I will make sure all of y'all's links are posted, and upcoming shows. This is so exciting.
Definitely. You mind if I give a quick little recap and just
No, upcoming shows and stuff? No, please,
Yeah.
please.
So, just kind of circle back on things. Everything you need to find us is on falsifyofficial.com. It'll have links to our Facebook and basically all our socials. It'll have our YouTube video like right in the front, right? So everything you need to find us is on that website. Come check us out at Whackin'. It's at BFE February 8th, I believe.
The whacking off.
The Whackin'. We'll be playing music.
Mostly.
I believe after that we might be returning to BFE with Memory on the 1st of March. We're still kind of waiting on confirmation there. And then the only other thing we kind of got coming up is I forgot where it's at for Kid 6.
Oh, that's at the end.
That's at the end. Okay, and that's all the way in.
That's on the east side.
May.
It's out there on the east side.
Yeah, that's gonna be in
That's
May.
February
2nd?
April?
It was early April.
Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess we
it'll
should-
be on our Facebook. We'll be talking all about it.
Yeah, definitely. But check our demo out. Gonna be hitting the studio pretty soon. Yeah, and we're Falsify.
I love it. Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yay! Yes. Okay, say bye.
Later.